The house of Caiaphas, also known as the Church of St. Peter in Gallican II, Cox Crow in Latin, is located on the eastern slope of Mount Zion, just outside the Old City of Jerusalem. The church consists of 4 levels: 1, the upper church; 2, the middle church; 3, the guardroom; and 4, the cistern, dungeon. According to tradition, the church is the believed site of the house of Caiaphas. A Byzantine church was built on this site in 457 AD. It was later destroyed by Muslims in 1010. It was rebuilt by the Crusaders in 1102 and given its present name. It was destroyed in 1219 by the Turks. Later, a chapel was built in 1300. The church fell in ruins again by 1320. The church that exists today was rebuilt in 1931. In the courtyard of the church is a statue that recalls the events of Peter's denial of Jesus. It shows Peter, the rooster that crowed, a maid, a servant, and a Roman soldier. On the roof of the church is a rooster on a black cross, a symbol of Peter's denial of Christ before the cock crowed. The main sanctuary, located on the first floor, contains large multicolored mosaics portraying figures from the New Testament. On the second floor is a chapel that utilizes stone from ancient grottos as its walls. It also has mosaics from a 5th century Byzantine church that previously existed at this site. Above the cistern is the guard room. It overlooks the cistern, dungeon. On the lower floor is a cistern, dungeon, where it's believed Christ was placed the night after he was tried and condemned by Caiaphas. Christ foretells that Peter will deny him 3 times. Mark 14:27-31, and Jesus said to them, "You will all fall away, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered." 28 But after I am raised up, I will go before you to Galilee. 29 Peter said to him, "Even though they all fall away, I will not." 30 And Jesus said to him, "Truly, I tell you, this very night, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. 31 But he said emphatically, "If I must die with you, I will not deny you." And they all said the same. Jesus appeared before Caiaphas, the high priest, just after being arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane. Matthew 26:57-68. Then those who had seized Jesus led him to Caiaphas the high priest, where the scribes and the elders had gathered. 58 And Peter was following him at a distance, as far as the courtyard of the high priest, and going inside he sat with the guards to see the end. 59 Now the chief priests and the whole council were seeking false testimony against Jesus that they might put him to death. 60 But they found none, though many false witnesses came forward. At last 2 came forward. 61 And said, "This man said, I am able to destroy the temple of God, and to rebuild it in 3 days. 62 And the high priest stood up and said, "Have you no answer to make? What is it that these men testify against you?" 63 But Jesus remained silent. And the high priest said to him, "I adjure you by the living God, tell us if you are the Christ, the Son of God." 64 Jesus said to him, "You have said so. But I tell you, from now on you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of power and coming on the clouds of heaven." 65 Then the high priest tore his robes and said, "He has uttered blasphemy. What further witnesses do we need? You have now heard his blasphemy." 66 What is your judgment? They answered, "He deserves death." 67 Then they spit in his face and struck him. And some slapped him. 68 Saying, "Prophesy to us, you Christ. Who is it that struck you?" Luke 22:63-65. Now the men who were holding Jesus in custody were mocking him as they beat him. 64 They also blindfolded him and kept asking him, "Prophesy. Who is it that struck you?" 65 And they said many other things against him, blaspheming him. Please follow us on our succeeding videos as we do our pilgrimage to the Holy Land. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please hit the like button and the notification bell for notification. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.